Yo, welcome back, King Bullet here, and with the release of One Punch Man chapter 167, it has fans mind blown. This was an insane chapter, and now Saitama is way stronger than I thought he was, and the feats have just escalated to another level entirely. I'll basically be going over what just happened because it's incredible. As we all know, Saitama has already displayed insane abilities and insane powers. For example, Garou alone was able to do nuclear explosions and gamma bursts that had the equivalent energy of a massive star exploding, the most powerful blasts in the universe. In the previous chapter of One Punch Man, Garou unleashed a nuclear strike and was seen moving towards Earth with these godly powers. He's now grown to the point where nobody can contend with him, well that is if you're a normal human. Even S-class rank heroes, like Blast, Silver Fang, etc. can't even do anything to Garou. They were actually interrupted by Genos, who stood no chance against Garou. As we all know, he lost easily, and when Saitama tried to contend with Garou, he started copying his abilities. But he knew Saitama was still suppressed, so he wanted to get 100% out of him. We all know what happened. He killed Genos, well at least he's assumed dead. And this caused Saitama to use his Series Punch. Can Garou survive this? Well, we just found out. So what happened was Blast actually warped Saitama and Garou away from Earth because he knows their attack would easily destroy the planet. But he can't manage to get them far enough away due to the sheer amount of energy that he needs to handle. His allies then show up to assist him, his allies being those weird alien dudes, including that rip-off Boros I guess, redirecting the energy, which in return sends Garou and Saitama flying into one of Jupiter's moons, crash landing there. Just right before that, a giant spine can be seen from the moon. This could be God's physical location. Now when it comes to speed, the fact that they reach Jupiter in pretty much seconds, what it seems like anyway, is a crazy speed feat. Just for reference, it takes light about 43 minutes from Earth to reach Jupiter, meaning that Saitama is at least 1,000 times faster than the speed of light now. Well, at least he's been sent flying away at that speed. And this is when we get the most insane power feat ever seen in One Punch Man. The level has just now completely risen. So when the power got redirected from Saitama and Garou punching each other, it literally left a hole in the universe. We can see far into the distance that there's just this void of nothingness where stars used to be, meaning Garou and Saitama's power is enough to destroy thousands of stars and thousands of solar systems. This easily makes them multi-solar system level, if not far greater than that. They've wiped out many constellations and could even be approaching small galaxy levels of power now. It's absolutely mental. Also, think about the speed of this explosion. It quickly covered thousands of solar systems within only a few seconds, I assume, which would mean this moved millions of times faster than the speed of light easily, if you were to calculate something like this. And this is when they're left with these really cool coloured spreads that would have taken ages to make. So you really gotta appreciate the artist, and I know I've said that a lot, but come on. And just look at the art. Look at the way that the artist has portrayed this. There's even like this balance where we see the massive void of nothingness and Earth right next to it, almost perfectly balanced, even though the scale is completely different. Saitama actually comments, letting loose on somebody who's this strong might actually be good for him. So Garou's actually giving Saitama a good fight, it looks like. They continue to fight. Garou tries everything, combining every technique that he's learned and copied, but Saitama just seems to defy logic. Is Saitama finally reaching his limits? We can't say. This is when Garou starts using Blast's teleporting abilities because he's copied them, so Saitama begins anticipating his portal attacks and even physically manipulating them as if they were solids. Saitama is almost like his gag character who just slaps it away, unironically. Saitama tells Garou to come at him with his fists because he's bored. He's bored of his cheap parlor tricks, referring to the portals, etc. Garou responds by saying that all of those things put together are his fists, so his whole arsenal is his ability to fight. Saitama then unleashes a couple of attacks himself, one even called the omnidirectional Series Punch, and even the Series Table Flip. The table flip is so intense that Garou momentarily loses his sense of direction, eventually crashing his head first into the ground. It ends with both of them exchanging blows again. Garou's strategy seems to be simple. He just keeps on copying Saitama and exchanging blows. They even seem to be around the same level. Garou is giving Saitama a hard battle, and it almost seems like Saitama is bleeding. I can't really make it out completely, but he did land one punch on him, and Saitama has scuff marks on him. Just look at the incredible panels drawn by the artist, and it couldn't have been a better artist to portray these. Now obviously all of these are very loose translations, and they could be a little bit wrong, so you're probably gonna have to wait until I think it's Saturday when Shueisha release the official translations. However, unlike other manga series, One Punch Man doesn't stick to its release schedule, so it could be a different date even. Which is kind of odd because most manga are usually weekly or monthly. One Punch Man isn't, it's just random. I forgot how many chapters have been dropped within the last 2 months, different to the amount that usually get dropped. Despite having so much freedom, the author isn't lazy at all. He actually works like a maniac. Look at his drawing ability. I mean, this guy is drawing so constantly, it's insane. No offense, but not only is he better than Ikimoto, the Boruto artist, but he draws much quicker than him. I just can't believe this is pretty much, not weekly, but almost weekly. And Boruto is a monthly manga. It's incredible what One Punch Man has been able to achieve in general. So hopefully we don't get the next chapter of One Punch Man too soon after that. because I do want the artist to actually take a break. This is how artists get carpal tunneling, and me myself as an artist, I can completely understand that. It's a very bad thing to have. So give this man a rest, please. And of course I am calling the artist the author because the original creator of a webcomic, one kind of portrayed things differently to how they're being portrayed right now. So they're not even following the same plot. I mean, they loosely are, but there's a lot of differences. Anyway, that should conclude everything. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's a little bit short, but I feel like I had to make this video. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe, like, do what you gotta do. Thank you for watching. See you later. Peace.